T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The following program is rated TV-MA for language. We want everyone to be able to enjoy the program, but sometimes things happen, and we may say things that may be offensive to some or non-conducive to others. So in other words, shit happens. Oops.
Niggas coming.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a glorious day.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
That's probably the song I should have done. In retrospect, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another all-new episode of Blerds in the Hood. I am your resident supervillain, Mr. Jay Washington.
I'm the Swaggy Blerd Winston A. Marshall.
If you have not been paying attention, if you have not seen the numerous postings from myself and my co-host, we are officially back. What does that mean? We are back weekly. Now, before a lot of things happened and Winston's hair got stuck in the socket, I'll blame everything on Winston because it's easier than blaming myself. Let me have this. But
it's also really easy to mute this nigga, so there's that. Some things have clearly not changed. The shenanigans are pretty much the same as they always are. Look at him trying to find the mouse to figure out how he can unmute himself.
You know I was. I was looking down. I was like,
all your eyes go here.
So, no, in all seriousness, so before everything happened, we were twice a week, which technically is bi-weekly. Every other week is considered bi-weekly as well. That's another argument for another day. But we have, for the past year now, been doing these State of the Union special event blerds. Something happens, we powwow, we come together, we bring the show. And it got to a point where the two of us had a lengthy discussion, and was, trying to figure out if we could do this to bring this back, and more so if it was wanted by the neighborhood. And you put it out there, you put teasers, you put fillers, etc., and this is what happens. So let me just break down how this is going to go real quick. We're back on Wednesdays. Now, this is the little caveat for a moment. It might fluctuate between 5 p.m. Pacific and 6 p.m. Pacific, our start time. Reason being, I'm famous. Now, okay.
Do I want to do this again? God damn it.
Listen, I'm sorry. Let me say it better for Winston. I'm the shit. So,
wow, nigga.
What? What?
Go ahead.
But no, in all seriousness, my schedule, as well as Winston's, have gotten super busy. I think I'll say this too, and I'll let my speak on it. It sucked when Blerd stopped. It really did. There was a hole left inside of me. Pause. No game dash. There was an emptiness. We're gonna talk about it. There was an emptiness from not doing the show. But the positive, if you will, that came out of us not doing Blerd at that time is both of us found a motivation to elevate our careers individually. And a lot of things happened for the both of us. Do I need to press anything? I just saw the email.
You just saw the
you're good, right? No, okay. You're in. Okay. So
someone's trying to get in? That wasn't me.
Hey, bro, chill out. Because I don't want to start freaking out looking at emails like, what?
I dig a double check because I ain't do that shit.
You got the Streamlabs, right?
I got it open, yeah.
So it opens up, it says alerts.
Oh, well, then it's probably because I loaded through there. That's fine. That makes sense.
Yes. Anyways, so things happen where elevated. So I say all that to say, there will be certain days, like today, for instance, I have a show. I was supposed to have 2 shows. I heard nothing about the second show. But supposed to have a show today at 8:30 at the Hollywood Improv. Supposed to do another show in Hollywood. But that means I have to be able to get out of here, get to Hollywood, and all these different things. I have to get dressed. Potentially, also, depending on how much y'all bless us on the show, streamlabs.com/Blerds N The Hood tip, sober up. So that's that. Now, go ahead.
I mean, that's pretty much it. What Jay said. I mean, we both have stuff kind of going on right now. I have been also, I mean, we'll do, nigga, what you've been doing in a minute, but both from the standpoint of a lot more producing and stuff like that. I've been doing more shows with House of Blues and things like that. I also at times lose entire nights. So the plan is for us to be here every week. It may fluctuate 5 or 6 because of Jay, for example, having a show, or it may be a solo or a guest or nothing if both of us have something going on. So the main thing you want to do, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, follow over on Twitch, follow both our social medias, but you can also follow all the Blerds in the Hood accounts. We will announce, not only will we advertise, hey, this is what's going to be on the show today, but we will let you know if the show needs to be canceled or postponed or anything like that. And in some cases, if we know we're going to be gone for a minute, we might do a pre-tape one for you just so you got something. You were able to kind of kick it with us one way or the other. But that way...
He just thought about that on his own without telling me. I didn't even think about that. So
but it's not a bad idea, is it, though? It's not a bad idea, is it, though?
Not a bad idea at all.
Yeah. Because, sometimes, like, look, I've been telling this nigga for years that he need to be taking a vacation. And if he's so famous now, maybe he'll have time to actually go somewhere for like a day.
First of all, listen, he will be able to. So here's the thing about taking vacations, ladies and gentlemen, for those who might not know, you have to have this thing called money. And right now, I am showing nipples on OnlyFans. So I don't have them funds just yet.
It's totally 100% fair. Yes, fully making stuff up, but making shit up that works. That's the thing. If it works, it works. Like that's pretty much what this is. But all that being said, now that you know what's going on, we will be having some other stuff popping off on the channel. We're gonna get some new segments happening on the show today, which brings me to the thing.
Real quick, I want to make sure people know. I don't know if you did it as well. I put out feelers. We had a lot of people in the chat last time. They wanted to help us out with graphic. I see the homie in the chat right now who I'm surprised because, hey, bro, we brought you up. I was like, this nigga's an attraction. So,
yeah, I heard he was in like one of those bubble boy chambers or whatever because he be hurting himself so much. So
we're going to have a whole lot of things. So things that you know and love from the show that we had for the past total 5 years. Y'all not finna do this bullshit to me again with the math. Well, you know we was going for some time. 5 years.
Would you say that? Would you say that Jordan was active the entirety of his run from like what 89 up until the 2003, or was there a period of time in which Jordan?
Nope, you do not get to use Jordan as an analogy.
That is one of your greatest heroes of your city. One of the greatest heroes of your city. You can tell me I'm not gonna use Jordan?
Mr. Winston A. Marshall.
My nigga.
A nigga moment.
Man. Nigga. My nigga.
What you been doing?
Shit, man. Just getting ready for the next stage, man. Let me put it that way. I'm gonna keep it as about low key as I can because I don't know if people are watching. I don't know if they're just in the hallway, all that kind of shit. But I've been
saying.
Oh, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. We're leaving it at that. We're not gonna say nothing else. Working my ass off, working so much, bro. See, there you go. He technically did retire and then unretire.
Stay on focus. I saw the way.
Tom Brady, all the greats do it, man. I mean, Favre is not a great. He's actually a piece of shit. But you know what I mean? Like this idea of retiring and unretiring. All that being said, man, it's been a lot of working right now, a lot of just trying to get all sorts of ducks in a row, working on my channel, working over with Christian and whatnot, doing a lot of writing and shit. Just really trying to get to that next step, which has been dope. And I'm glad that I've been able to get a lot of stuff kind of situated. I'm glad that we were able to figure out how to bring this back. Especially because today is one of those days we got a lot of shit to talk about. So I won't wax poetic too long.
An hour before we about to go live, I was like, well, we can go our top story.
Literally. So, and we're not going to dive right into the news. We're going to give you some fun shit to talk about first. But that's enough on me, Mr. Jay Washington.
My nigga.
A nigga moment.
Man.
My nigga.
What you been doing?
Some of everything and nothing at the same damn time. So
At the same damn time. At the same damn time.
Here's one of the biggest things that I've been doing, and a lot of people know I've been talking about it a lot because I've been uberly excited about this. I'm writing a comic movie, right? And in the process, this is my first time really writing something major that has potential legs. Like I've written a couple of pilots, I've written web series, et cetera, et cetera. This one has legs. And so I've been really working with my literary manager, she's super fucking dope. Like me and her, it's like we mesh so well and we both have strong creative visions. So we sometimes bump heads, but I love it, right? Let me tell you what happened to me today. So I sent out a draft of the script to one of my homegirls who's a professional writer. And she sent me back. I was like, hey, I just need you to peep out the female characters primarily. I want to make sure their voices are unique. You can understand their goals, their missions, and who they are as people, blah, 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 right? Here's the breakdown of who they are, et cetera, et cetera. She was like, look, some things need to be tweaked. For the most part, it's straight. But maybe you could have them. She said this thing that almost made me jump off my balcony, my Negro. She was like, maybe you could have them meet earlier than the part where they do meet. Now, here's the problem with that statement for me. I've been fighting with my manager for about a month now because I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't think they should do that. And she was like, no, I think it would be great if they don't have to meet directly. It's like we're introduced to her. I was like, I don't want to do it. And so then I saw it from somebody else and I was like, well, fuck, I'm going to have to do it. So now I'm doing that.
It does also make life a little easier, but I hear you.
So that has been one of the biggest things. A lot of stand-up shows have been happening. I'm great with that. Auditions are coming here and there. You know, auditions are coming here and there, as you know. I'm just waiting on. Hopefully, I get another one for the drama-winning show, The Pit, because that is the show I want to be on. Because that show is amazing. What else has been going on? That I've been hanging around a lot of porn people lately, and there's a difference. Let me rephrase it. I've been hanging.
Wait. You're not just gonna blow past that. You want to run that by me again?
Okay. So I've been hanging around a lot of people who are in the adult film industry. Now,
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
it got that brother's hilarious. Here's what happened. So my homeboy he's the host of a very popular porn podcast called Pillow Talk. Shouts out to Ryan Pownell. Now Ryan does this live version of his show where it's like Kill Tony meets the adult industry. It's called Dirty Little Secret. And he did a recent one, and then I go, and then it's like I get to meet a lot of adult film stars, and I get to meet a lot of OnlyFans stars. And there's a difference because adult film stars, shouts out to old boys off that be on Instagram to be like putting in stats and work. And then OnlyFans people, you're like, oh, y'all cool. And then it's always just cool. So I've been hanging around them, but also just in all seriousness, I've been just trying to keep myself moving forward in the midst of everything. And I say that because I'm making no secret about my battles and struggles with depression and anxiety and things like that. I've talked about it on the show numerous times. You and I have had these discussions. I talk about it openly on social media. And a lot of times when my depression hits, I have to try to find more outlets to keep moving and keep going. I had a situation with someone I had to, in a sense, cut ties with because it wasn't good for me mentally. you know, and I think I told you about that. And so yeah, it was one of those things. It was like all these different things have been happening. I got a new therapist who's a black woman who shouts out to black woman therapists for black men. Yo, she calls me out on my shit frequently because a lot of things I think I know about. First of all, you were not to respond.
Look, hey man, no, because I'm gonna let you finish this thought because I'm gonna tell you how good your new therapist is.
You just gave me. I'm gonna let you finish.
I'll definitely go ahead and finish your thought. I want everybody to know how good of a therapist you have, boy, because you got a good one. She is making top dollar for a reason.
What does that even mean?
I will explain. Don't worry, I will explain.
So she, you know, she's helped because things I think that I've opened up on, or you know, that I thought I was being more straightforward with, I didn't know that there were maybe underlying layers to, or things like that, or things I was holding back and resenting and all that other good shit. So yeah, so that's that. And not, you know, there's a lot with me going on. There's a lot of talking. So I'm done talking about that. Now, say what you got.
I was gonna say. So just last week. Jay and I were talking about getting ready for the show, and Jay was just being honest with me, where he was just like, hey man, I'm kind of going through it right now. You know, I chatted, I was like, yeah man, and we were both like, we should hang out, we should you know, talk the show, but we should just kick it, right? I was like, bet. So I said, does Friday, where he's like, I got a show until about 9:30, 10 o'clock, but then I should be free, I was just gonna go home. I said, I bet we'll hang out on Friday night. On Thursday, I'm out at the last Sparks game of the season, and that's when Kristen reminds me, she goes, hey, those Lil Wayne tickets we were talking about, because I've never seen Lil Wayne in concert. They were selling for like $100-some. I was like, I ain't paying no $100 for what I've seen of Wayne recently. But Kristen said, I'll keep an eye on the ticket sales, and me, you, and Tia, and if anybody else wants to go, we'll go see Lil Wayne. She tells me on Thursday, yo, the tickets have dropped all the way to $25. You trying to go see Wayne? I was like, oh shit, I forgot I said that was something we were keeping an eye on. So I text this nigga, I go, hey man, what are you doing again on Friday beforehand? Blah, blah, blah. He goes, nigga, I told you at the show. I said, no, I remember. I needed a second to process my brain. Okay, I forgot about this whole like Lil Wayne concert type situation thing. We hadn't bought tickets yet. We were just talking about we were watching. I've never seen Wayne. Do you want to either go with us, or is there another time that was, you know what, nigga, fine, I'm good. I don't need to go. I don't need to hang out. I'm good. I said, no. I'll read it verbatim if you want. I'll put it all out there. I'm paraphrasing on purpose. Okay, go ahead. Let me pull this shit up there. Hold on, my nigga. Because what we're not about to do.
Yeah, what you're not. Because I know where you're going.
No. Here we go. I'm going to read it verbatim. Let's see. All right. I said, yo,
September 11th,
I opened up with this.
By the way,
huh?
He doesn't tell me on September 11th. I just want y'all to know dates.
I did this on September 11th. That's what you want to get up about? Okay, nigga. I said, yo, I forgot we were monitoring Lil Wayne for tomorrow night if tickets got below $50. Apparently, they're all the way down to $35. We eventually got them for $25. You interested? And I immediately said right after, I just remembered you have a show to host, right? What time is your show? And he says, I told you I had a show at the Hollywood Improv tomorrow night. I said, I remember. I needed a second for my brain to refire. What time is your show over, you think? Like 9:30. I said, okay. Let me see. Let me see what the show time is, and if it'll be over at a reasonable time, like 10:30, I'll probably go, and then we can hang out at a bar after. But if it's gonna be like 11 or whatever, I'll stick to our original plan. And what's your Saturday night look like? Are you performing again? Would you be interested in riding with me out to Anaheim, which is far from here, but I obviously was gonna drive. I get us in the VIP treatment at the House of Blues while I'm working. And he said, I don't have anything yet for Saturday. I wouldn't mind. I said, okay, are you cool with us doing that then? And I'll hit up Wayne tomorrow. I know he's trash now. Probably should have left that part out, but I've never seen him. And Jay goes, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it, bro. I'll figure it out. Something to do on Saturday. Go enjoy Wayne. I'm good. Now, here's the thing. This nigga put on his Instagram like a couple days ago, and this is after we sort all this shit out. He puts on his Instagram Virgos being like, oh, yeah, it's good to see you. And also, nah, I'm good, meaning, but delete your number forever. I'll never talk to your ass ever again, right? I know what this nigga's doing when he says, I'm good. I know the exact tone of voice this nigga says it in. I said, wait, nah, man, I legit want to hang. come with me on Saturday, or if you aren't feeling it, we can stick to our original plan for tomorrow night. And he says, nah, don't worry about it, man. Go enjoy. I'm not 100% sure I want to go to Anaheim. I'll just catch you when I catch you doing the show on Wednesday, which again is an angry ass Jay suppressing all of that and just going into text in the most very just like, yeah, I'm done with this shit. Fuck this shit, whatever, right? I said, nah, man, I'm not feeling that. We made plans. I just fucked up and forgot. Kristen had mentioned watching the tickets for earlier this week. The Saturday day work at all? If not, I'm fully committed to tomorrow, Brody. He said, I'm going to go hang out the store on Saturday. You and go have plans. It's all good. God damn it. You're going to hang at the store all day and you're busy Saturday day. Oh, Saturday day, I don't have anything. Okay, then let's fucking hang out and get turned, man. You don't need to get wasted if you don't want, but let's still fucking kick it, man. Like, I'm serious about us spending time together, homie. I just screwed up. Man, I don't want you to have to worry about scheduling me in just because you all of a sudden have something else. I'm reading your words verbatim. I'm reading your words verbatim. I don't want you to have to worry about scheduling me in just because you all have something else you might have forgotten about. It's all good. Nope. The only thing I had going was editing some on Saturday morning and House of Blues in the evening. I'm good, homie. Promise. I had a Magic the Gathering event originally I was going to, but I had to cancel that because I have work. I dropped it like 2 days ago. He doesn't respond anymore. And then on Friday in the middle of the day, he goes, we can do Saturday day brunch if you want. I said, bet. And then we finally connected and we went to this black ass brunch. And if you saw our story, you saw people ass twerking and eating fucking chicken and waffles and drinking mimosas and shit. So it was a good old time. But what I'm not about to let you do is you even told me at the brunch. He said, man, I got a good ass therapist. She was like, what he say? All right, look, if you cancel that shit, then y'all need to have a real ass talk, but hear him out. And lo and behold, Jay did, and I showed up. We had a good time. I bought him a drink as an apology for fucking up the schedule and shit. And I even said to him then, I said, that's a good-ass motherfucking therapist.
You know what? Let me just see some. Jay got some real third wheel issue. No, I don't ever want to be a third wheel.
It wasn't a third wheel because my homegirl Tia was there too. It was literally, we just
I got a man, so it don't matter for me.
So you trying to holler, but nigga, can we all just hang out and fucking see a fucking concert, my nigga? Why is it always got to be trying to get some ass?
What if he sings Mr. Officer and I want to see some?
Do you know how many single bitches were there that were just sitting there dancing on each other? And if you were gone and shit,
that's not the point.
That is exactly the point. He just wants to feel, but that's the whole point. This is what I said about Jay wanted to feel wanted, and I respect that because part of the thing that Jay said, and I got told to stop screaming. I just got a text that I'm screaming. I'm gonna stop screaming. Specifically, what Jay had been talking about, and understandably, is the idea. Obviously, the older you get, and folks got spouses and partners and all that other shit, the idea of not necessarily feeling like somebody's priority, and that's why I was trying to reiterate over and over again. That was my mess up, and we made plans. But I hadn't spent any money. There wasn't anything like that. So I was more than happy to stick with what we had, but I was trying to find a solution. To that point, I think when you're going out on dates with people, if someone cancels a date on you, but they don't offer alternatives to make up for it, that's sending a very clear sign versus if they're like,
absolutely.
Go ahead. That's essentially what I was saying.
I've always been the type. Shut up. I saw it. Don't address it just yet. First off, I always know that if my friends are in relationships and potentially their partner wants to do something, regardless of the plans we made, they may want to still hang and us, this, that, and the third. Me, I have always, and he knows this, and he cannot argue or deny this. I've always been like, hey, what your girl trying to do? Do that. Keep home peaceful. I've always been that way. Keep home peaceful. So, granted, also, Winston does. I am the one of us, out of the two of us, who has spent an overwhelming majority of his life getting hit in the head with chairs and shit, who forgets shit. But this nigga will be like, oh man, my bad, I forget I had these plans. And you be like,
no, absolutely, which is why one of the things that I do as a regular at this point is everything goes in my calendar. But since we had not bought the tickets, it wasn't a thing yet. What I should have done is probably put something in my calendar that said pending, So then when I looked at it and that brought up ideas for Jay, could have been, oh, that won't work. So that's on me, and I'm owning that. But that was also the point. I was trying to drill home. I'm not gonna let you get in your feels.
Again, I know what you was trying to do. Listen, I ain't never say I didn't know what you was trying to do. I know exactly what you were doing, but I also was operating under the mindset of, well, we were supposed to kick it, hang out, grab a drink, talk shit, et cetera, et cetera. Something came up, boom. Now, he says he wants to move the plans to another day. Now, we're not dating, so I can't be like, he trying to ghost me. So, don't make me laugh. Stop.
No, I'm not. I'm just. I missed the neighborhood. That's all.
So I glanced at the comments.
Which one? The by JMB? Because that one was good too.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna put that one up, but that one was also.
Like, I just know it's just the thing of my mindset goes to the mode of, well, if something came up and he forgot then he'll forget the next day. So let me alleviate all of that, if you will, and just try to figure something to do. So what was I gonna end up doing? Sitting at probably the Improv of the Comedy Store, just looking at people. Hey, y'all. And people like, hey, you going up? No, for some reason I wasn't booked this weekend. Which, by the way, my last week as far as stand-up goes was super light, and I was freaking out. But then I remembered, oh yeah, I didn't have time to book anything. Because normally for September, you'll book a lot of shows in mainly July, early August. Well, for the first 2.5 weeks of July, I was busy doing something else. So I wasn't focused on that. Did my volume get low?
You're fine over here, but I don't know.
Okay, excuse me. But
I heard that loud and clear.
First of all, okay. Getting hit in the head with the chairs is why your head is so big. My head is a medium fucking size. Also, I don't appreciate. Bitch, did you just giggle?
I just said I chuckled, bro. What do you mean giggle?
First of all, this ain't no day. Look, what?
Some Dave Dash shit. You were not a good example of masculinity. You were not a good example of masculinity. Your OG is Wendy Williams. My OG is right here.
Streamlabs.com/Blerds in the Hood /tips. Streamlabs.com. This is if you want to support the show. Now, the super chats are off. They are off because it is a lot of confusion with those. So Streamlabs for that. Again,
you can also same as before. Cash App, Venmo, they're all the same. All of that stuff. If you're looking for either of the Venmos or the Cash Apps, they're in the description. The ats that we have below apply. The Streamlabs is up there. Streamlabs.com/Blerds in the Hood. It should also be pinned in the comments. All of that, man.
Also, if you're new to the show, this is unfortunately still a rule. Every $100 we hit in donations, we take a shot. Now, I will always bring up there was a day of debauchery, but then here's the thing too. Maybe, just maybe, you want to see how all this show can get within an hour and a half. You don't know. You don't know if I'm finna come out my shirt and have my chesticles out. That depends on how many shots to take. Well, I don't know why you breathing like that. Look, I got a little bit of cocoa butter left. I got to get a new cocoa butter supplier because I don't talk to the old one no more. So now, huh?
Why did I say yes? Jesus Christ.
You knew what you signed up for, nigga. This ain't changed. So, like I said, let's get into our very first story of the day. It broke. Wait. Before we get to the stories, I wanted. So we're adding a new segment here, and I'm putting this up at the top to try and keep things light because we're gonna get heavy. We're gonna get heavy in a minute here. So this new we'll have an intro for it in a little bit. Oh, you want to do something early? Okay, I see where you go.
All good. That's why if you look on the thing, I started to kind of, you see how I kind of penned it out.
Hey, man,
this is going to be a segment known as Around the Neighborhood. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of the top videos that either of us saw on the internet. Just give our thoughts on that shit. If there's anything that you see, you want to tag us in it, tag the Blerds in the Hood, account and all that. We might put the videos you show us up here. So here's this first one that I really want to tell niggas to see.
Let Manda live. Let Manda live.
No, I love Manda, but have you heard her new song, Legendary, bro?
Manda is she's so she's so dope in person. Like, she's amazing.
No, I bet she is, but Manda ain't fucking around. Like, just listen to the lyrics of her new song, bro.
Go ahead.
Pop in your face fast. Your face need to sober up, pussy drunk, getting lost in my legs, illiterate from the weight of my labia on the tongue. I'm not done. Keep the pressure on.
Bro, I would call her Granny Kim instead of Lil Kim, bro. The way she's like, but here's the music video for it. Hold on.
Crack. Hey, I got a legendary clitoris. You want that legendary clitoris? I got a legendary clitoris. You should see how long it gets. Legendary.
I just want to look. Hey man, she got all them vibes. She got. Let me tell you what. Look, first of all, while watching this, you know what I felt? Number one, yep, I'd shoot the club up. Number two, number two.
I just thought about, damn, we just made a Blerds After Dark for the first one back, bro, just off that song.
I was watching The Last Dragon like a couple days ago.
Because you heard I hadn't seen it? No, that was the whole thing. That's probably why you started watching The Last Dragon, is because I was watching a reaction of it. I had never seen it before. The whole reaction of it's online, bro. Like,
have you seen? So you watched the movie, right?
Yeah, I've seen it now. It's great,
okay.
but I
don't you remind you of Eddie Arcadian's girlfriend?
Actually, yes. Actually, 1,000%.
Angela Baracco. Angela Baracco.
Absolutely, bro. That's the vibe I was getting there for a second. All right, continuing on with some of this stuff, man. This was dope as hell. For those that are familiar with J Hud and what she does on her show with the Tunnel, Paige Buckers was on her show, and this happened.
Shit is frozen.
It froze?
No, we good.
Okay.
The most mayonnaise turn to walk ever. The most bleached flower.
You thought you'd see on this cool spirit tunnel, but I'm here to present you with the 2025 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year Award. Congratulations.
Oh,
She got surprised on her way to go to the J Hud show. So I just a little feel good little moment there for y'all. Seeing Paige get it.
We want to test drive.
He's so fucking rude, bro. Sorry. So this one had me dying, bro. This is top 4 funniest 1 minute before closing reactions. Somebody put this list together, bro.
Before you play it, I'm gonna tell you what y'all lucky. It's his algorithm and not mine, because my IG algorithm is in hell.
It just depends. I get a little bit of everything, but I thought that this one was funny.
Mine is diabolical. But go ahead.
That's also true.
Hey, are you guys still open?
Actually, we close in about 2 minutes. What do you offer? Yeah.
Can I get 2 cheese pies and 3
I know that's right.
meat pies?
Yeah.
Is your guys' coffee machine still open?
Actually, yeah, it is.
Can I have? Oh, what? Yeah, I'll have.
I know it's like 2 minutes before you guys close, but can I still order?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Yeah, can I get 10 bacon cheeseburgers, please?
10 bacon
Everybody got to die.
Yeah, can you order all the way? Yeah, extra bacon too.
Extra.
And then like 14 large fries.
What's up, brother? How are you?
Hey, what's up, boss man? I'm good. How about yourself?
Good. Listen, I know it's 1 minute before closing, but can I please get a sandwich?
Of course, brother. What's up today?
All right, it's a little bit of a big order.
Yeah, of course.
Let me do 10 melts. 10 melts. Cheesesteaks. Give me 5
Hey, are you guys still open?
Yeah, we close in a minute.
All right. Could I get a 6-piece honey barbecue sauce and toss.
6-piece?
Yeah, could I get gravy with that? And can you make those fries fresh?
Gravy? What, you is the homeless?
Hey.
Let me tell you something. First of all the machines are shut down. I don't know what you want. We got. You can get a pop. You get a pop. All the machines are shut down. Ain't shit cooked. Ain't no food no more. We ran out. Let me tell you, I went to one of the Mexican taco stands because where I live, within a 2-block stretch, but I went to one that I normally go to because they got probably the best stuff. I was like, hey, can I get a chicken quesadilla? Because we pronounce our L's. And they was like, we ain't got no more cheese. Do you understand? That's the best way to get rid of somebody. We ain't got no more
1,000%. We don't have cheese. Sorry, we don't have cheese.
No more cheese. I was like, hey, y'all.
That was genius. That was absolutely genius. So speaking of genius, we have seen epic crash outs. Again, we're going to get to it as far as what's been going on in the news for the last week. But in particular, there was a racist individual that was torturing this young brother that was just talking about Pokemon cards and video games. And, well, he had this response to that motherfucker.
That called me slurs over and over again in my live stream the other night for no reason. Guess what? You're going to get kicked out of the United States Navy. You know how they tell us that we should be careful what we do on social media because there could be real life consequences? Hi, my name's Real Life Consequence. I've done a thorough background check and now I know everything about you. I know what little town in Texas you're from. I know your name, your phone number, your email address. I've seen your disciplinary records. I know the names of all of your family members, including your dead mother and your daughter who turns 2 next week and her mother who's going to have to pay for all the birthday presents this year because you came into my live stream and saw a black man who was talking about Pokemon cards and video games and you assumed, yeah, he's not going to do anything if I call him slurs repeatedly, even though he's trying to help me. Turns out I am going to do something. Turns out there are so many things I can do because I have all the screenshots. I have all of the recordings. I know that after you left my live stream, you went into someone else's and started talking about how much you love Jesus and God and the Bible. So maybe I should send that evidence to the church you go to in that little town we both know about. I know exactly which boat in the Navy you serve on, and I know the names of black sailors that serve on the same boat as you. Maybe I'll send the clips to them as well. But only after I send them to the Naval Inspector General's office because I'm getting you fired. I'm getting you kicked out of the Navy. There's nothing you can do to stop me. There is no apology I will accept. There is no excuse I will listen to. There is no money you could offer me. You're getting fired. And when you're working the graveyard shift in an Amazon warehouse and your back hurts and your feet hurt and those white bright lights are beating down on you and the teenager who still has his life ahead of him walks up to you and says, what are you doing here? Tell him the truth. Tell him about me.
Let me tell you something. Meet the Grams in the background is the best thing ever about this.
That was genius.
Look, it's also rather apropos. I wish we could hold on to other two because this perfectly ties into our first story.
It does. We can skip the next two. Like we can play him later because it does tie perfectly into the next story. So why don't you go ahead and tee us up? And I've actually got the article here too. So
yeah. So you can get ready to pull that up while I'm talking. So right before I said it earlier, and right before we went on air, it had been announced that Jimmy Kimmel, his show had been pulled indefinitely from ABC. Now this is all due to comments he made about the Charlie Kirk situation, the alleged shooter, and things like that. Now, the reason it was pulled is because of Nexstar Media. Nexstar Media is the distributor, if you will, of the various ABC affiliates. Here's something you may not know about Nexstar Media. Its owner is an ultra-conservative person. He is the reason why the CW is no longer the CW you once knew. Okay? So if you play a game of who might have said to do all this, well, a certain thing in the White House was already threatening the show for no reason, said, and then the FCC is kind of under its control because we live in an authoritative nightmare, a fascist regime, if you will. And so then it came down. Now, here's the issue I have, because as you know, there is no secret. Last week, unfortunately,
hold it for a second, because let me give the full facts here. This is the Variety report on the whole thing of ABC pulling Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely after host Charlie Kirk comments. Disney's ABC said it would be taking Kimmel's popular late night show off its schedule indefinitely after one of the biggest owners of TV stations in the U.S., Nexstar Media, as Jay mentioned, said it intended to preempt airings of the program following remarks the host made about the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Nexstar said Wednesday that it strongly objects to recent comments made by Mr. Kimmel concerning the killing of Kirk and will replace the show with other programming in its ABC-affiliated markets. In his monologue Monday night, Kimmel said that the MAGA gang was trying to score political points off of Kirk's murder. Kirk was a prominent conservative activist, was shot on September 10th at a debate at Utah Valley University. 3 days later, authorities announced they'd arrested a suspected shooter. We had some new lows over the week. I'll play the video here. Let's just do that because I've got that now because that's what's
so. Yeah,
right now.
literally, I don't think he said anything wrong.
Yeah. So here it is.
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. Okay. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay?
So
he's not wrong.
Nothing about what he said. So let
there
me
was
go
a
back real quick.
held with Charlie Kirk in Phoenix, and guess where the president was? Playing golf.
He was playing golf instead. To further go on, FCC Chairman Brandon Carr threatened earlier on Thursday to take action against ABC after Disney's decision was revealed. He said he wanted to thank Nexstar for doing the right thing in a statement on social media. Local broadcasters have an obligation to serve the public interest. While this may be an unprecedented decision, it is important for broadcasters to push back on Disney programming that they determine falls short on the community. Nexstar is in the midst of trying to acquire another large TV station owner, Tenga Inc., for $6.2 million, a transaction that requires the approval of the FCC. A spokesman declined to comment on whether that pending deal played a role in the company's decision-making. No matter what the company's motivations are, its decision to preempt Kimmel would have significant ramifications for Disney ABC. Nexstar owns or operates 32 different ABC stations and is strong in markets including New Orleans, Salt Lake City, and Nashville.
I'll say this. The fuck your feelings crowd has been really in their feelings the past week. Look, I'm gonna say something, and my brother may want to put me on a solo, whatever the case may be, but I'll make sure whatever, like I told him beforehand, I won't say anything incendiary. This past week, number one, everyone saw what happened, right? You're not gonna celebrate someone's death. Absolutely not. That would be repulsive. But what you don't have to do is mourn a person. Now, you can't tell me as a black man that I have to mourn someone who, when they're constantly on their own platform, made sure to disparage black people at every given moment. Who said that black women with degrees don't possess brain power, processing power. Who said that if he saw a black pilot, he would hope that he was qualified. Completely dismissing all the flight training that a black person has to go through. Or this is the best one for me, to say that black people were better off during slavery. Also, yes. So with those statements, right?
I don't know if he said the slavery one, but I know he definitely said the Jim Crow one. He specifically said it was better for black people during Jim Crow, which is bullshit because we were being lynched and redlined and all the other shit that was happening.
Either or, because here's the thing, neither one. More than likely, it's a slavery one because I think I saw that one. I gotta find.
He probably said both. I don't know.
I know, and that's another thing. So, but here's the problem with a lot of people going, "Well, you're taking it out of context." The context doesn't make it any better. You do realize people are getting mad and getting upset on social media. I'm going to find your job. I'm going to call your boss. You're saying things that I don't like about Charlie Kirk. I'm saying his exact quotes. What don't you like? The fact of the matter is, if people can be fired for saying his quotes, that lets you know those quotes aren't exactly the best thing possible. But more importantly, more than anything, people like, no one deserves to die like that. And I'm absolutely say, true, no one deserves to be assassinated. That is, you'll never hear me say that someone deserves to be assassinated. But what I will say is this. You cannot expect people to mourn you when you spent a career being hateful. Also, the fact that, yes, what Jimmy Kimmel said, the president made the staffs, had the flags flown at half-mast, had his body flown on Air Force 2. They are trying to get him laid in state. Do you know what the problem with all of that is? Let me just tell you right now. He's a fucking podcaster. That's what Winston and I are in this moment.
It's this idea. It's this idea that you actually had 2 elected officials in Minnesota get murdered a month ago. And not only did the president say it wasn't worth his time to call in the first place, why would he do that? You had multiple people, the same ones that are calling for people's head right now, were making all sorts of jokes. That there was a sitting senator and whatnot that were making jokes talking about, a nightmare on Wall Street, and making all sorts of jokes. So either political assassinations, this violence, and people standing for what they believe in is wrong, or it's not. You do not get to pick sides like this. You do not get to be hypocritical.
Also, so when Jimmy Kimmel says a lot of MAGA journalists and things like that have been trying to use this to get the points, they have been, because you hear all these different, whether it be Fox News, Newsmax, One Max, whatever, they always keep going, well, look at all the political violence that's happened to these people on the right, blah, blah, blah. But every time they say that, it's political violence has happened on both ends. It's just that statistically, and that statistics from a study that was pulled off of the White House's website, statistically is shown that the violence occurs from one side ever more prevalent than another. The rhetoric is always more strong on one side than the other. I am tired of hearing people say leftists and this and liberals and blah, blah, blah. I will say this openly on this show, as I have said in various social media posts. I have said this professionally. I am not a left or right leaning. I'm not a liberal or conservative. Bitch, I'm a Virgo. Now, I'm a Virgo. So, but I watch when I watch all these, we need to have a civil war and all this shit. What side does that come from? And it's also for everybody who was, all the people who were on social media. Oh, well, Andrew Tate Dolan. Well, this starts a civil war, blah, blah, blah. Calm down, Meal Team 6. You bitches got your blood pressure up high over a logo change at Cracker Barrel. You might want to sit this one out. Every time there's an interracial kiss on TV, you lose your fucking mind. So a civil war is absolutely not in your interest. Political violence is never okay. I need people also, though, to stop saying that Charlie Kirk was unfortunately killed for espousing his beliefs. Let's go deeper, shall we? Because it's found out that the person who's the alleged shooter is a fan of another alt-right podcaster. And this person believes that Charlie Kirk wasn't right enough. So one racist thought another racist wasn't racist enough.
I will say this, it's all allegedly right now, not because I'm trying to have anything on the flip side of stuff, but because, like, for example, a bunch of text messages supposedly came out that don't even, the one thing everybody's been saying about these text messages, these alleged
text messages are the most doctored.
They sound, that's what I'm saying. They sound like an FBI agent trying to sound like a 22-year-old and failing miserably. Also, so, like, at this particular stage, we still don't know for a fact about all the shit that's been going on. But you know, that is definitely something that has been brought up a lot. You're exactly right.
When they sat there and tried to say there was a bunch of trans ideology and all this stuff on the bullets, but
it wasn't.
Okay,
it was
you
actually
know what was engraved on the bullets. For those who didn't know, TRN. Do you know what TRN is? The brand of bullet.
Right.
Hey, fastest, catch this. Anyone who knows gamer culture and is streamed online knows that is a regular saying amongst gamers,
specifically amongst the game Helldivers 2 on top of that. So he had supposedly there was the arrow code. That is how you actually summon in an airstrike specifically in the game Helldivers 2. So that's the reason why I keep pressing allege, other than the fact that talk of that shit. It's just from the fact that you have to be careful. Not you in particular. This is just to everybody. As this shit comes in from the news over the course of days, it takes days for the fallout of shit to even happen in the first place because the speed of bullshit. Because the speed of bullshit that stuff goes.
I wouldn't even call it fallout. I would call it a distraction from the Epstein files. But what do I know?
1000% agree. But
what do I know?
But this is the one thing I want to say, and then we'll move on to our next story, man. I've just put in the chat a fantastic article written by Ta-Nehisi Coates.
I love Ta-Nehisi.
That does not hold back. It's a quick read. It's about 3-ish minutes to read it. That he put in Vanity Fair as a commentary yesterday. And it very succinctly pinpoints a lot of what just happened. So I really hope for anybody that's listening to this that is like, I can't believe whatever, take 2 seconds to maybe understand why so many people have been just quick to show his own quotes, not to take anything, to literally his own words and to present them and to take a look and go, A, why are people doing that? And B, why am I having such a visceral response to it? Because essentially by showing someone's quotes, that's showing a mirror, right? So if you're getting that vehemently upset about what you see in the mirror, I think that should tell you a lot.
I was talking to my boy Damien earlier, and Damien is one of my good friends. Damien is the original Thanos, which is so wild to say that my friend is the original Thanos. Yes, from Avengers. But he brought up a good point. He said, there is a section of a lot of people. This is how algorithms work on social media. There is a section of the algorithm of social media that is only seeing the quotes of Charlie Kirk, maybe Nick Fuentes, anybody else that is a far right commentator that is skewed to look positive or like all Christian values. These are the only quotes they've been introduced to. So when someone else brings up the other quotes, the other side of the mirror, because they're like, wait, this isn't real. And it's like, it's real. People also kept bringing up his debates. All he wanted to do was debate, which, first of all, a 31-year-old dude, his whole thing was to go on college campuses and debate 18-year-olds. That's another subject for another day. But those aren't the talking points primarily in which anyone's discussing. It's when he was on his own platform, when he spewed his rhetoric. So this isn't, he was a private citizen. He was not in any, I don't give a shit how much of a political commentator you are. You are not a politician. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think the one thing about this entire thing that offended me the most is the fact that Charlie in any way, shape, or form is being compared to Martin Luther King or Malcolm X.
Let me tell you, I've cut so many people off immediately.
Show me anywhere where Charlie Kirk was even remotely close to what Malcolm and Martin were doing for Black people that were literally still being lynched, were not allowed to sit in the same places, that their neighborhoods were being terrorized, all of the things that were going on, and where both of them were actually moving in ways to get not only policy changes, but to genuinely change the idea of us being treated as second class. That he is not Martin Luther King, he is not Nelson Mandela, he is not
Malcolm X. Sure is not Malcolm X.
He is none of those things. He was a podcaster that did a very good job of espousing his views and getting people to listen to him. If you want to compare it just for that reason, that is literally where the buck stops. He was not fighting for like his life because all of a sudden, whites weren't allowed into buildings or anything like that. Not that to ever compare Charlie Kirk to any of that.
I've never heard a reason. My apologies, my brother. I've never heard a reason for people to say white people are fighting for civil rights.
What rights do you not have?
And I just want to make sure for anyone who is not used to Winston or myself and see the name of the show, Blerds in the Hood, and it's like black nerds and things like that. I just want to make sure people understand that I'm bringing this up because look in our chat. If you go through our neighborhood, the majority of people have interacted with us for the past 5 years. See what I did there? See what I did there?
Yeah.
Are of a rainbow of colors, ethnicities, backgrounds, genders, etc., etc. Just want to make sure I get that out there.
Yep. So, all right. What's next, man? Looking at this, you wanna hop over some nerd shit? You want to talk about what happened with Mr. Masculinity? You want to talk about which one of these things you want to talk about, bro?
So we've got let me do this real quick. Since I brought up, yeah, you're right. I have to switch musketeers.
Mises? You have to switch mice. Okay.
Season 2 of Gen V has just.
Oh, I thought it was coming on the 24th. I didn't realize it was already out.
This is a continuation within the boys universe, okay? I have been lucky to see the entire season so far. I am in a group chat with my brother Winston, my brother Dwayne, brother Amaru, and some little big head ass boy named Matt Thomas. And the little big head ass boy.
Not big head ass boy.
I will say this. You have to watch this season before you go into season 5. You got to watch it. But the first 3 episodes out the gate, I think episode 2 is one of the best because of what they're doing. Also, like every season of The Boys, and even the first season of Gen V, the very first episode, within the first 5 to 10 minutes, it reminds you that's what this show is. That's what this show is. Let's get violent. Okay, we located. What you read? It's a 10-minute set starting now. You're around 9:20, located at the Broadwater. Yep, lock me in.
You go, okay? Well,
I'm booking the show.
That's fine. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't speak on it. Which is why I said that if we're
Have
going
you
to do
seen
this,
season 1 of Gen V?
Well, of course, I've seen it.
What did you think?
That was fantastic.
What did you think of the last season of The Boys, the most recent season?
I thought it started strong and then kind of went sideways.
What do you mean?
I still enjoyed it. I just think that it because if I remember correctly, this is the one where we got the Marjorie Taylor Greene character, Firecracker, which I thought was hilarious. I thought there was a lot of good moments in it, but there were definitely moments where I thought things just didn't hit the way that they used to. I think the whole kind of what was it, chickens? That whole thing, them running from the
V chickens.
The V'd up chickens and shit.
He's a fucking V'd up chicken.
Yeah, it was fine, but it just depends. It just, for me, it wasn't at the tip top of the other seasons. It had moments that were, but overall, I thought it was fine.
Okay. Yeah, I think
I liked Gen V season 1 more than I liked the last season of The Boys. I'll tell you that much.
Really?
Yeah. I really enjoyed Gen V season 1.
No, look, I got it when we were on strike. We were at one of our protests we were doing. We were at Disney, and the cast was walking, and so we were walking with them. And so I met Lizzie Broadway and Derek Lee, who played Jordan's male counterpart and Emma, respectively. And I was like, "Yo, I love what y'all doing." It's like, "Oh shit, you the dude from New Rock Stars," which I was like, "Yes, I was at the time." I'm not that dude no more, unfortunately, because of finances. But I think Mike Joyce just brought up a good comment in the chat real quick. If you can highlight it for me, the very last one.
Yep. Give me a second. There you go.
He says, "Yeah, the last season of The Boy was a little too on the nose with his commentary." And I think here's the issue about it: when people forget, which a lot of people really got into, they was like, "Oh shit, this is really on," like you said, on the nose. But people forget these shows are written almost 2 years in advance, a year to 2 years before they even air. And so when they can damn near predict accurately what is going on, that's telling about society. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I will say this too. Yes. So if you don't remember, one of the cast members, Chance Perdermo, he unfortunately passed away in a motorcycle accident before they began filming season 2 of Gen V. And the very first episode,
I just don't even. I just heard that they handled it well.
I'm not. Just let me say what I'm gonna say. The very first episode, it starts out you know how you have like the little thing, like whether it be the production company thing, the production company names. When it just says for Chance, so it dedicates the show. It's handled beautifully.
Good.
They are done. They did it so well where it's not like they're shoehorning it or they're dismissing it. They address it and it applies to the story. And even throughout the season, he is consistently remembered.
Okay.
See,
good.
Maybe just let me say. Also, my nigga Peacemaker. Let me talk about it real quick.
Okay.
Do you really? Which, by the way, I'm so mad. Hey, do you really want to taste it by Wigwam as the?
It's gone. It's gone. Yeah. I mean, I the other ones, the new one's grown on me, but I do you want to taste it? Hit different. Yeah.
Yeah, it just hit different. What do you think? Okay, so I finally finished watching the episode. I'm telling you what I told you. So I posted about. I tweeted it and put it on Threads. The alternate dimension is a white nationalist dimension.
Is what you think? Oh, you put that on Threads? Is that's Jay's theory? He told me that when we finished up our brunch.
Bro, did you see any black people in episode 3?
No. I'm very much aware. Like, and I think the biggest one that gave me enough of a hint. So when you said it, I was like, oh shit. Is specifically the fact that Ads is nowhere to be found in the alternate universe. And the minute he starts telling Ads about the universe, she kind of is like, I don't know. Are you sure that's a real thing? And not because she had some instinctual thought that there were no black people, but just the fact that she was the mouthpiece saying this doesn't feel right, just off of what she's hearing, was enough for me to go.
But you got to remember, this is a woman who just, according to their timeline, 6 months ago, just realized an alien invasion was about to happen. You know what I'm saying? So alternate dimensions are already a weirder thing. But when you realize it, when you find out, again, spoiler alert, excuse me, how much of an asshole that Peacemaker was, because you hear hardcore talking about it. Like when you start hearing, you're like, that Peacemaker was an asshole.
But the other thing about it, the other thing about it is the fact that the uniforms didn't really change much. And you have to remember, Peacemaker's dad in the main universe is essentially like the Grand Dragon, bro. Like, he is a superhero version or a super villain version of the Grand Dragon. His outfit, remember, in the opening is still the same thing. It's just blue instead of red, but the same kind of Grand Dragon ass helmet.
It's just blue. Yeah. But that's why they're heroes. That's why they're heroes. You know, I'm like, I think Ads goes through with him in this next upcoming episode. I think Ads goes to the dimension and he tries to show her, and if not Keith, because I think more so it got to come from Keith. Either Keith or Harcourt are going to freak the fuck out because it's a black woman.
Yeah, I agree. And so this is an interesting one. Spidey Sensei says, if you're a blerd of a certain age, you just grew up not seeing minorities in superhero shows and movies. Sorry, but I barely noticed that part of plot of Peacemaker. But here's the thing. While I understand what you're saying as a general sentiment, we have been established in Peacemaker that there are plenty of black people. Not only Waller, but Adebayo and her former fiance. Obviously, what's his name that was possessed also by the little butterfly demons? I can't remember. Merv. So we have seen it. Hawk Girl herself, Mr. Amazing. Terrific, Tim Meadows. We literally have seen plenty of black people and people of color throughout Peacemaker and including Superman and Creature Commandos. Yeah. So that is why it stood out. This is not because we're watching something from the 70s and that's just how shit was portrayed. It's literally because we have seen that already. That is kind of why it stood out in our opinion. But
no,
I get it.
Spidey Sensei, you make a great point. Streamlabs.com/Blerds N The Hood /tip. Streamlabs.com/Blerds N The Hood /tip. Which one you want to go to next, bro? You pick it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The very next one there, because I am concerned about this. So this is a report from Comic Book Movie. This is saying that it appears Marvel Studios will adapt House of M in Avengers Doomsday. Here's what that means for the MCU. This is Josh Wilding reporting. After a multiversal saga that's been full of ups and downs, Marvel Studios looks to be pulling out all the stops for Avengers Doomsday. Russo brothers have been enlisted to helm it, etc., etc. We know we're getting at least a loose take on the Avengers versus X-Men when Earth's 616 mightiest heroes clash with Earth's 10,005 mutants next December. That may not be the only iconic Avengers X-Men storyline from the comics that is partially adapted for Doomsday. Yesterday, there was a rumor that Cosmic Circus shed some lights on plans for Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch in the movie. I heard we're getting a Wanda variant from the X-Men universe that we'll see in Avengers Doomsday, which is a universe where Magneto is finally ruling Genosha as he has always pictured it, Alex Perez wrote. And we'd have like a royal family type of situation with Eric, Pietro, Wanda, and Polaris. This is an idea that has been pushed since Multiverse of Madness and then Deadpool and Wolverine, but it never feels like the right fit because it feels like it takes away from the overall plot. However, the main point they would like to explore with Wanda is a father-daughter relationship with Eric. So what does that mean for the MCU? It depends on several factors, including whether the MCU's Wanda, who previously had fallen under whether or not she had fallen under Dr. Doom's influence, is set to factor into Doomsday. The decision to pivot this to mutant variant seems to suggest her story is over anyway. There's some other stuff here, but the reason I wanted to talk about this specifically, other than us being Blerds in the Hood, nothing would infuriate me more if you try and shoehorn House of M and not let it be its own fucking story.
As somebody who I have a couple friends who work at the studio who are directly close to the story, and I doubt that's real.
I hope it's fake.
I 100% because I don't see House of M is no more mutants. That's the biggest thing about the House of M story. One of the biggest things about one of the biggest things is Wanda finally saying no more mutants.
Absolutely.
So this next phase, after everything resets, being all about the mutants,
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
It literally doesn't make sense.
I love the fact that James Marsden gave a quote, and I wish I had it directly with us. And he was like, man, wait till y'all see what it's going to be. And it's going to be amazing and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, hey, bro, you got in the first 25 minutes. Chill out. Like you, Ian McClellan, Patrick Stewart, Halle Berry, Alan, y'all all about it here in the first 25, 30 minutes.
He said, you can feel that it's something special. The world is ready for this movie and these worlds are ready to collide.
Yeah, bro, you out of here in the first 25, 30 minutes. Let's just be real. Like, y'all about here. Because the whole point, and this is, I say it jokingly, but the whole point is to give them an official send-off. It's to give them an official send-off, right? So Doom gonna fuck around and murder these niggas. He's gonna fuck around them out, and like you're gonna be able to say, "Hey, what happened?" Because I found out something. I found out something that I was like, "Yo, that's crazy." Because I was like, "Nah, I need to know." Yeah, I told you about it. Don't say it out loud. When I told you about it, you remember what I'm talking about now?
I don't. I would just put it in the private chat or text me.
I'm gonna put it in the private chat real quick.
I honestly don't remember.
I got two different keyboards up here.
Regular guy in the chair.
I know, right?
Oh, yes. I'm just trying to remember which one, but yes, I remember. Yep. Yeah. I remember.
So yeah,
I remember.
But I think I can't, because again, you got to think about it. Doomsday and then Secret Wars.
Mm-hmm.
You got Doomsday, then Secret Wars. So I think that to say that it would be House of M, that's an entire mutant saga story.
It is. It's literally why we have twice now failed the Dark Phoenix saga, because that is not something to do in a 90-minute to 2.5-hour movie. That is a full-on saga. That should have been a trilogy, goddammit. It should have been her getting the Phoenix, sacrificing herself as the Phoenix, and then ultimately, because the Phoenix is addicted to the emotions and the power and all that shit, then the Dark Phoenix comes. They got to deal with that shit. It should have been a full thing.
We never have this discussion. You know what? We always say the Phoenix is addicted to the emotion, right? And feeling love. We say that's the reason. Look, the story
emotion in general, not just love. She loves destruction and the thrill she gets of watching people suffer. She loves sex. She loves all facets of emotion.
She loves all of the senses she feels. Why were you talking about the fact that the Phoenix loved Dick?
I did. I said she loves sex. She loves everything.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that because I think Scott blew the Phoenix's back out, and the Phoenix look. Like, let me tell you something. This is what happened. This is my belief. Scott was hitting the Phoenix missionary. It was just Gene. And then the Phoenix kicked in, was like, blast me. And he was like, what?
Stop it.
Like, what?
Stop it.
No, listen.
God damn it. Stop it.
No, listen. Hear me out.
I don't want to listen, bro.
First of all, this nigga has to have sex with the vice wrong. You can't just, if you have a good, passionate, sweaty sex, you're not wearing just regular sunglasses, my nigga.
Speaking of blowing backs out, Stefon Diggs and Cardi B are pregnant. Full on pregnant. It was announced today that is what's going on, is that Cardi B and Stefon Diggs, who have been dating now for a while, have announced their pregnancy. This will be Cardi's fourth child, and supposedly this will be Stefon's fourth child at the same time. Allegedly, he's got 3 other women pregnant all right now. He's about to be a quadruple father.
Somebody check on Offset. Somebody check on Offset.
Well,
that man.
To that point, I wanted to play 2 of the funniest videos about Stefon Diggs real quick. This is back when he was still with the Vikings.
Yeah.
For those that haven't seen this video.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
What the hell?
Oh yeah.
Diggs.
Diggs.
Man. No. Don't leave it like that.
Man, no.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stefon Diggs.
Why Diggs?
He's crazy. He's just outrageous. Don't know what he's gonna say. Just don't know what to expect every day. So he couldn't date my sister.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Least like to date my sister, Diggs. 100.
Like every single one of them, bro.
Because he's not a guy that you want to bring home to your parents. Like, you don't want your sister to bring him home to your parents, so therefore she can't date him.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister? And I might add, you're starting to be the runaway favorite for this.
Well, nobody want me to date his sister. I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
There's actually
he looks offended as hell.
That don't think that.
Feel differently about me?
Yeah.
They just don't know me well enough. That's what it is. Just a all right, who don't I want to date my sister? Weatherly.
Why Weatherly?
Because he's ugly. I knew that was coming. That was the problem.
He's hot. He's hot. Get the camera on him right now. He is hot.
Mad as hell over that comment, bro. He heard the whole thing. Now, to that point, if you need proof of why they're not trying to see Diggs, this was when he was on Celebrity Family Feud with other NFL players.
Hey, bro, this didn't help that man's case at all.
This doesn't help his case at all.
Finish this phrase. Leave it what?
And
name something specific. Name some specific people. I'll finish them up. Is this real? Oh my God.
Bro.
So someone tweeted exactly the accuracy, bro. Literally, this is who Stefon Diggs is, bro. So,
Ian, what else would you say?
Ian,
what would you say?
Instead of leave, but it was leave it be, leave it alone.
What would you say?
I probably would have said leave it alone, and then I would have got buzzed because leave it alone was the first one, and then I probably would have said leave it be.
I'd have said Ian.
Of course you would have. Of course you would have, because you and Diggs are of cut of the same cloth, sir.
Sir. Hold on, you raggedy bitch. That's what you're not gonna do. You will not. No. You will. You will not sit there and go.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. Fuck this bullshit.
Streamlabs.com/Blerds in the Hood. Now, fuck what you got to talk about. This motherfucker say, I got 2 children. What
I know.
My son
leave it in. That's you.
Shout out to 718 for the Streamlabs. We very much appreciate you. That is definitely, as well as Fantastic 314 says, hey, Blerds, show them some love for the show. Tough topics, but it needs to be touched on. I feel like someone left the door open when they were feeding the stupid uncle. Now we're in the wild and have the infested the population. I heard 2 different things. So everybody keeps saying the belief that we died in 2020. We all died. We're all in purgatory. We all died.
I mean, we've all gotten.
We all gotten.
At this point, everybody's gotten COVID, more or less, right? So what? This is just the fever dream. Actually, we died, and then this is it. We're on the other side.
And I've still been good, but I feel like, I'm infected by you heathens.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
So, but there's a second one. I believe in this. I believe, now here's where the nerd part of me kicks in. I believe Barry Allen is real, or some version of the Flash is real, and somebody fucked with the timeline. I believe we're in an alternate. I believe whatever happened at the beginning of 2020, the beginning changed everything. Because remember, all of a sudden we went from Australia, the whole continent being on fire, Kobe passing, and then everything else just.
The only thing, though, I would say it would make more sense that we're in the Matrix. We're in a simulation, because guess what essentially was a repeat at the start of this year? All of Los Angeles was on fire. I don't even remember what there was a major celebrity.
Don't do. You sound like old ass white women in South Dakota who've never been to Los Angeles. Don't do that. All of Los Angeles was not on fire. I could go outside at
large,
the time.
First of all, a significantly large amount of Los Angeles was on fire. You lost all of Altadena. You lost all of the Palisades. You also then had it in the Hollywood Hills, and it almost poured into Hollywood directly, in which I had to evacuate. What you're not about to do is sit and pretend like if it wasn't from the fires that the city was covered in God knows how much toxic fucking smoke because of all the older buildings that were fucking burning. You really gonna do it? Now, if you wanted to make that argument about when they tried to try that bullshit of like, they're burning the city to the ground with these ICE protests. Now, that was a fucking lie. That was one block of normal ass protests, and they happened to set on fire a couple of motherfucking Waymo cars because fuck them trying to take jobs from niggas in the first place. What you're not about to do is sit here and do this shit, bro. What is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to do that thing where you're trying to look at me and make it seem like you don't look ridiculous. Fuck you, nigga.
You don't think you look ridiculous? You know what?
But like I said, it sounds more like the Matrix. It's the deja vu. The shit is repeating itself. That's why Trump is back in office on some bullshit, bro.
Yo, everybody keeps saying the same thing, and I kind of agree with him. GTA 6 might not come out before World War 3.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
GTA 6 causes world peace, though.
I wish it did, but it won't.
You sounded so sad saying that. What is it? But it won't.
That's because I'm sad all the time. Like, look, what I don't even want to talk about maybe we should. I don't even want to talk about the other heavy ass fucking story, but I feel like we probably should because it is Blerds in the Hood.
Okay. Okay, no. I'm making an executive call, and I know this is a 50-50 show. We can't.
Not do it.
Huh?
We can't not do it.
Yeah, we're just not going to do it.
Oh, we can't do it. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand because I was originally saying I don't want to.
Yeah, we can't. We can't do it.
The only thing that I will say.
You all know what we're talking about pretty much without us saying it.
I'll say, this is all I will say, and you can go and look it up yourself. We just don't, we're calling out black today. I'm going to tell you that much. Go look up who Trey Reed is and what went down because it's bullshit. Most of you that have been audience members or fans or part of the neighborhood before, you know how we feel about this. I just don't have the mental fortitude to do this today. And it sounds like Jay is kind of on the same page.
I have to go. Listen, I found out last night a friend of mine died in a car crash.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I just don't have the emotional fortitude at this moment to talk. I've already been frustrated enough talking about this story on social media, and I cannot, because I'm fighting tears.
Yeah, it doesn't help. It doesn't help that a MAGA rapper, whatever the fuck that means, made a disgusting song about lynching like a day or so before this all happened, and they have been playing it on repeat since this story dropped. So I just don't want to talk about it.
And that just goes to show you. Give me a second.
Yep.
And that just goes to show you, when people want to talk about tolerance and being and respecting things and all of this sorts, to have your supposed whole value, your core essence of who you are is supposedly a Christian values and about love and God and all these things. And I'm a Christian because I know that for a fact. My Bible sits there open. I know the word of God. I know that the key rule of Jesus was to love thy neighbor as I love thyself. And maybe I probably froze. But did I freeze? Did I freeze? Okay, there you go. And I might say to love my neighbor, that I love myself. But when you make a song about lynching, like it's a catchy, cute little thing, we're not compared to the situation that happened. I don't give a fuck about your beliefs because you have none. I don't give a fuck about your core principles because they don't exist. I am a grown black man in America who has witnessed way more bullshit than he cares to mention. And I haven't even witnessed a third of what people older than me have witnessed. But to watch a MAGA rapper sit there and say, well, I do this for Jesus and these are all demons, but you make a fucking song about lynching and people play it on repeat like it's a good thing. Make it make sense. That's all I'll say.
I mean, it says everything. It says everything that needs to be said, man. So yeah, please go and look up the Trey Reed thing. Educate yourself on what's been going on with that. Normally we would. We've already had enough pretty heavy ass conversations. Let's laugh at some stupid shit. For those that don't know, Dame Dash was recently on the Breakfast Club about what was it? Yesterday, 2 days ago, something like that. Yesterday. I don't know what order of these clips there are, but here are just some of the highlights of some of the things Dame Dash was saying on the Breakfast Club.
And that's why when you guys talk about things, I wish you'd really do your research. ChatGPT does exist.
What? This is why don't nobody trust you.
That's part of the problem, is that what people don't understand, that AI has actually been caught multiple times lying to motherfuckers if it doesn't know the answer. So that's
check out Grok. Anyway,
I bet my house is bigger than yours. I bet all my houses are bigger than you. I bet I have a better.
How old are you,
stop.
man?
Now it's how old are you?
This is embarrassing.
You're embarrassed. Yeah, because
it keeps going.
Can never expect not to get betrayed by your brother. That you remember last time I was here, I said you don't mess with. I know that's why I don't be around men. Mm-hmm. So we all know they betrayed Jesus. I said this.
You walked in here with a man.
Can I finish?
Or this one.
Representation of the masculine black man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you guys are.
I'm listening. Okay.
Like, your OG is Wendy Williams. My OG is sitting right here. You see him? Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you why he's my OG. Because he killed anybody or any of those things. He just taught me how to be a better man.
Wendy not my OG.
Can you
That's
stop?
Funny, though.
Can you stop?
Wendy Williams is your OG.
Wasn't she your boss?
Yeah, at one point.
So
yeah.
she was your OG. She put you on, and you should give her grace. And like, I'd rather get my ass whipped than run. But you're proud that you ran.
Yeah.
I'd rather get my ass whipped. And it ain't no disrespect, but I kind of think you're gay. You just act a little gay.
You got a problem with gay people?
Not at all. I've got a problem with people that pretend they're not gay. So let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. This
is hilarious. I love
you're
what
gay.
he's doing. This is hilarious.
So do you think he's masculine? Would you want this man around you if 10 guys jumped you? He'd run, and you'd have to run with him.
And here's the last one.
That's fine.
I do. I'm not gonna lie. After the Puff stuff, cause let me say this. This is my assessment. I've never heard you say one thing bad about Jay-Z. Not one.
He's not in the room. You shouldn't talk about it.
Don't tell me what to do.
You said you shouldn't talk about men
Now
when they're not in the room.
you're interrupting me.
Now you're doing the girl stuff.
I know him. I'm giving you an example, right?
You used to know him.
Can I talk? You upset? Can I talk? Can I talk? I've never seen you say one word, because you talk bad about a lot of people, but you never said one time. And you walk around with his face on your chest. Is that a airplane shirt right now?
Paper planes, yeah. I wore CEO stuff.
Can I finish? No, I never seen it. Let me finish.
What you mean?
Let me see it.
You gave us
Can I
CEO
talk?
stuff.
Can I land the plane? Let me land the plane.
I can't wait.
Let me land the plane. So I'm thinking to myself, either you got a crush on this man or he's paying you. One or the other. Did you buy that shirt?
Yes.
You went and bought that? They didn't give it to you as much as you say nice
You're not supposed
things?
to support black business?
I doubt you bought that shirt.
What you mean?
Anyway,
and I buy CEO
so I
shirts,
think you're gay. I'm sorry.
And I think
so,
you're broke.
Okay. I think
he's kind of gay too.
I think that.
I do have a question.
I think that. And no disrespect to gay, I just think
you're broke.
Like I saw,
and that bothers you so much to get called broke by people.
I got you.
I do have a question.
I'm sure it does.
Right.
Raise your hand if you think Dan's broken. Seriously. See, it's just me and him.
But this is the question though.
Can I make my other announcement?
Yes.
I have a book.
I was
deal.
talking though. You just cut me
I
off.
was talking. You just. I have a book. I want to make another
All right, go ahead,
announcement.
make an announcement.
I have a book deal with Simon Schuster.
Congratulations.
We both raised our hand. Okay. There's a couple other things that came out of it. One of the major things that he announced that he supposedly is the new chairman of Revolt. Well, Lauren LaRosa went ahead and did her job. Let me go ahead and play what she had to say about that.
Hot yesterday, Lauren LaRosa.
Oh my God, yes. So yesterday, after we had our conversations here about Dame Dash and all the things and the interview, I was told by a publicist that I spoke to who actually leads their comms over their communications, like, hey, can you please put on record that you spoke to me? I want to make sure that people know that Dame Dash is not the chairman of Revolt.
I'm now the chairman of Revolt right now, and I have 15.
You don't deserve to be the chairman.
I got you. So I'm now Cam's boss, the chairman of Revolt with a pathway to acquisition. I've been trying to buy
Now,
Revolt.
how do we know this is not Cap? We didn't see this on deadline.
Now, when I posted that, hey, I spoke to the lead publicist at Revolt, who confirms Dame Dash is not the chairman. Oh, baby. When I say all the guns came out.
Didn't he threaten to sue me? What I had to do with it?
He did threaten to sue you as well. He actually said he said that you were up here making false claims and that his attorneys would get involved if you continue to do so.
What false claims did I make?
I'm not because we were talking about, remember you said on air the Revolt thing. He said, Charlamagne, I would advise you not to make up phony stories without real names, saying that anything I said was not true, or we will have a legal problem. Don't try to compromise my reputation. I have proof to support everything I say that will stand up in any court.
He said he was going to be the new chairman of Revolt, and he said that he was going to acquire Revolt, and Revolt reached out to us and told us that wasn't true. How's that my fault?
Well, the trade that he was talking about, or the news announcement he was talking about, came via Vibe. So Vibe did an article, and it was like, mind you, this is following me saying, hey, the lead publicist at Revolt is saying Dame Dash is not chairman, not for a month, not for any time. So Vibe did an article. It was an announcement of him being a chairman at Revolt. It said that it would be for a month term. And then it had quotes from the CEO of Revolt, or alleged quotes from the CEO of Revolt, and all these things, right? So all this is happening. And then there is the Shade Room that obtains an exclusive email that was sent internally at Revolt. Now, this email is from Detavio Samuels, who is the CEO of Revolt Television. And in the email, he says, I know some of you may have caught Dame Dash's interview on The Breakfast Club today. To set the record straight, Dame Dash is a hip-hop pioneer with a proven track record as a creator. Yes, we've been in conversations about potential partnerships, things like licensing his shows and films for Revolt, but there is no signed deal. He is not the chairman of our company. There's no accusation path on the table. The quote from me and Vibe is completely fabricated. I never said any of that. If anything major were to happen, you'd hear it directly from me. And then they go into some news that, you know, that is actually true, that is actually happening from them. Like they just partnered with Naomi Osaka on some women in sports content they'll be doing, you know, just some of the positive things that they wanted to highlight. But yeah, they had to internally tell their team, hey, this is not true, because the employees were like, what is happening right now?
Well, I told y'all yesterday that I thought he was capping. I also told y'all yesterday he was going to spend all day explaining himself, and that's exactly what he did.
So Dame had posted some text that he alleged between him and Detavio Samuels, who was the CEO of Revolt. And he's basically trying to show that there was an ownership conversation of some sort.
All I know is Dame cares too much what the internet thinks. You know what I mean? But you know what's interesting? A couple weeks ago, Dame was sitting down on Art of Dialogue, being chatty patty, and he said Cameron's premature public announcement of becoming president of Rockefeller back in 2002 caused real problems and created real tension at Rockefeller back then.
I discussed it with Cam. He made an announcement, and amateurs panicked. Cam does what Cam does. He goes and makes announcements, didn't give a.
But fast forward just 2 weeks later, and Dame is on the radio making the same kind of premature announcement. Matter of fact, it's not even premature. It wasn't even, there's nothing to announce.
I really didn't understand what happened there. Like, I didn't believe that. I mean, I know when I post the story that, like, I do my due diligence to find out what really happened. But when I found out, I was like, there's no way. I don't know. I was caught off guard, but, you know.
You can't believe somebody would just lie like that.
Listen, Dame's dad has been he stays trying to remain relevant, for lack of better words, right? Bro, your time in the limelight is done.
It's done.
If you were smart, take your money, dip behind the scenes. Don't think because Diddy locked up, no one cares about Birdman or Wayne when it comes to Young Money, Cash Money. Who else is there? Jay-Z ain't got to be out in the spotlight. So why do you feel you need to be in the light? Yo, go to fuck, chill behind the scene. Also, why would you? Okay, first off,
so you haven't seen the full interview, have you?
I
watched the entire hour 15.
Bro.
That shit was hilarious because he literally seems insane. Every time he got called out on something and Charlemagne went to like old Charlemagne where he was pressing buttons, he'd be like, I'm not even listening to you because you gay. You gay. You like, it literally sounds like Riley Freeman. The entire goddamn interview, bro. It's pathetic. It is like genuinely sad.
That's like if one of us was like, somebody was interviewing us about, yo, I heard, you know, what are y'all doing, Blerds? Oh man, we got this big shit on the way with Revolt, or we got this big shit on the way with Vibe, and it's like, hey, you ain't supposed to say nothing out loud, right? And then when Vibe or Revolt is like, so you sitting there running your mouth, so what we thought we were gonna do, we gotta squash that. Then one of us, primarily me from the Crash Out, because it would of course be me. Here go all the emails.
I mean, look, it reminds me, it's up there in the upper echelon of the Birdman interview and the Soulja Boy interview. It literally felt as if Soulja Boy and Birdman turned into one person, because it had the Birdman energy of like, I will slap the taste out of your mouth and I will walk out of here. But then the Soulja Boy level of just like Drake, like the whole dude, he is on one.
You know what? For a show that people have for years now said have been gone, they always keep bouncing back with that one interview that keeps them in the limelight. Let's just keep it a buck. Like, I would love to get to the level of where the Breakfast Club is. Like, people can dislike the show. A lot of people don't like Charlemagne. Envy just there. I personally believe the whole was just hilarious, and that was beautiful. That moment.
Lauren and Jess, they're kind of riff.
Oh, that moment. Oh my God, it was same man.
That was wild. That was wild.
But it's for them to still have staying power. For iHeart to be like, yeah, you talking shit about it, but our impressions are through the roof. Impressions are through the roof. Our social numbers, our social clips do numbers. A lot of people forget. Yeah, there are some people that still listen to traditional radio, or watch traditional, media. But a lot of times people watch the podcast on YouTube, or like watch a Revolt, like people watch it on YouTube. They're watching the social clips, and Revolt is literally sitting up looking at those impressions and those numbers. You can sit there and say, and this may go for anybody in the neighborhood, anybody watching us who is not a part of normally of the neighborhood, that you don't like them, but if you're talking about them, that's all they care about. That's all they care about. Again, Soulja Boy has given them a meme. There's so many memes we play on this show.
Yes,
that originated from the Breakfast Club.
Hold on. As a matter of fact, look out of the what Breakfast Club here.
Who are these niggas?
That's a very like straight up on this one right here. This one right here.
Shit.
Let me see.
You ain't said nothing but a word, Negro.
For whatever reason, I can't even find the Dre. It probably got put over them crackers. Did you take out them crackers too?
The what?
Them crackers. Hey, Big Draco. You don't remember that shit?
No, we never had that in here.
Yes, we did.
No, we
didn't.
Definitely
had that
No, we didn't.
Bro, hold on. Let me look in Blerd's extra. Maybe it got moved over here.
This motherfucker gonna disappear me.
No, I didn't do that. I clicked over to Blerd's extra and it did that. Hold on.
See, get your shit together.
Shut
Sorry.
up. Shut
up. That was aggressive.
You were the one that was trying to get my shit together.
Blerds in the Hood /tip. Well, someone was yelling at me.
Right here, this.
Them crackers.
Hey!
And goddamn
Big Draco!
Them crackers.
Hey!
Big Draco.
Big Draco! Red Cat 314 sent us another stream lab. Thank you so much for the support. Says, I know when it's my time, I won't have to see those maggots because they won't be there.
That's fair. That's fair.
Wait, yes, y'all fucking be here. Oh, wait. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The whole neighborhood jumped behind you. Was like, yes, y'all did.
Yes, you definitely, you had them crackers in there before you were saying, Jay. Hey, man. No, that one, because that one was just funny. Because it literally, I used that multiple times. We had a Chad instead of a Karen. A lot of times I pay them crackers. Hey. But because we got about 30 minutes left, man. We got some stuff to get to. We want to get to another.
I don't look stupid. Fuck.
We're gonna get to another new segment, man. That I'll have an intro for eventually, but for now, we'll use this as an intro. Nigga. So.
Yeah. Whoa!
So this next segment is called for the working title. The working title for the segment is "Really, Nigga," and this is going to be where we are reading stories from Reddit, Facebook, all that kind of stuff, of wild shit that has popped off, man. This is a. Neither of us have seen this. I just pulled it from the title, but neither of us has read this. This is from Reddit. Am I the asshole?
Before you go any further, I don't like how you just trying to get past this. It was like, until I get a working graphic, nigga. What?
Nigga, hush.
I wasn't
Just let it be.
notified.
Just let it be. Just let it be until we figure it out. As I said, that's a working title. We'll probably come up with something better. Am I the asshole?
Inform me.
Let me read the story, Negro. Am I the asshole for not changing my daughter's wedding venue, even though my sister's husband proposed to his 22-year-old mistress there last month?
Wait.
Here comes the story.
Read that beginning again?
Here comes the story.
No, read the beginning again.
Am I the asshole for not changing my daughter's wedding venue, even though my sister's husband proposed to his 22-year-old mistress there last month? I, 51-year-old female, put down a $20K non-refundable deposit on this gorgeous beachfront estate for my daughter. Let's call her Amy, 26-year-old female's wedding for next September. We booked it 18 months out. For context, and without revealing too much, it's the venue in our area and has been Amy's dream wedding spot in all of her Pinterest boards. Last month, my sister, let's call her Carol, 53-year-old female, found out her cheating ex-husband, let's call him Mark, 55-year-old male, proposed to his coworker, 28-year-old female. She was 22 when they started having an affair, who he had been having an affair with. The woman posted engagement photos from the same venue, specifically the beautiful beach area where Amy plans to have her ceremony. Carol is obviously destroyed. She called me sobbing, begging me to change venues. Says she can't watch Amy get married where Mark proposed to a girl younger than his own daughter. Can't smile for photos on that beach. I feel sick for her. I do. But 1, $20K non-refundable deposit. 2, save the dates are already sent. 3, Amy's dreamed of this venue since high school. 4, everything else is booked or 3 times the price. I told Carol I can't lose $20K and crush Amy's dreams because Mark is trash. Carol says I'm choosing money over her mental health, that I'm forcing her to relive the worst betrayal of her life for pretty pictures. I also talked to Amy about it, and she does not want a venue change. That it's not her fault Mark, who has been out of all of our lives for the past 5 years, ruined that place for Carol. Carol called Amy a spoiled brat who wouldn't understand real pain. Now, Carol's skipping Thanksgiving. My and Carol's side of the family, her daughters, and to some extent my parents, say I'm heartless. The place is cursed anyway. Why should we host Amy's big day there? My husband's side of the family says Carol doesn't get to hijack Amy's wedding because her husband's a cheater. Am I the asshole for not switching venues? Jay, I'm gonna let
them crackers.
Hey,
and goddamn
Big Draco.
You queued that shit up way too. No, Jay, leave it here because this is essentially what was going on.
You a fucking dick sucker, bitch. You ain't something to
Are you serious right now?
Let me tell you something. Can I you
let me tell you this before you even say it, bro.
I am naturally like petty.
Just so if anything, the minute you try and tell me what I'm gonna do with my $20,000 at my daughter's wedding, bro, I might turn around and be like, you need to go ahead and make your Aunt Carol the maid of honor now. Like, and tell her that she was failing you for not being there on your day.
Yo, you think because your husband was shit that I'm going to lose $20K for my child, who this is what my child wanted. You think I'm going to have to watch you? You're hurt and I got to give a fuck about your feelings?
Bitch, bet, motherfucker, bet, nigga, bet it, bitch, bet, fuck you, bet.
Bro, pretty much the let me tell you, the minute Carol will come to me and to be like, you have to move this wedding that you already planned and paid all this for, and it's going to be triple the amount of money. If she's not willing to offer up all the money to do that, my immediate response would be,
fuck you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your daddy, fuck the horse you rode in on, fuck everybody who loves you, who cares about you, who has ever supported you in your life, who has become a part of making you the person that you are today. Fuck you, fuck them, fuck all of y'all. If Barack Obama did it, fuck him too. Bette Midler did it, fuck her. Nobody's.
Carol is mad because her husband engaged to he got him some young trim there and proposed to, and you threaten not to show up to the wedding, bitch.
Do not come. Do not come.
Absolutely do not come. Don't come. You don't need to come. If anything, what it sounds like. Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now, bro. Because you know who Carol sounds like right now? Do you remember the episode of the Boondocks with Mr. where they did the color ruckus and Mr. was mad that everybody else was having fun because his life was shit? What are you doing? What did you do? Stay there for a minute because I had a point I was making, nigga, because this sounds like her right now.
Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?
Like, some of my favorite comments, man, that people put on here, which I think was spot up. Someone goes, who's been out of all of our lives for the last 5 years. Carol has had 5 years
to get her shit together.
It is sad that the wounds are still fresh and deep, but it isn't your niece's issue to have to repair it, Carol. No, the original poster, you were not the asshole. That is 1,000% true.
Real quick, we got a couple stream labs that have come in. Shouts out to Bravo Needs Bacon. Working title, Screams Laughs. because of what you play. It's a working title. Shout out to Jake Ikevetta, man. Hope you feeling better. Says, I'm a piece of shit for laughing at this. I've been losing my sight and I'm blind now. Reporter, I see. The bitch said, I see to a blind dude.
Oh, God, man.
I don't
That
fucking
is funny.
understand. Yo, like, I want to see what the neighborhood says, because, like, if you want,
tell us what the neighborhood for sure.
Even if you gave me your 20, even if Carol was like, I'll just give you the 20,000 so you don't have to have it there.
No. You need to pay for everything that just went up. You need to pay me the $20,000 deposit, and then now this is a 3 times as expensive wedding. You need to pay for all the rest of that shit, all the 3 times.
That's what I was just about to say.
I will pay the shit that I put in.
All this other shit is on you too. All this other shit is on you too. Also, what are you going to... Hey, Amy, I know. Since you...
The part that kills me, people got to remember, a wedding is about...
This is on board, Amy. And listen, I love you as an aunt should love a niece. But I can't let you get married. Shut the fuck.
Hey, all right. Well, I got one more for us because we still got to get to the Karens, and I know you got to get out of here for your show. This is from Toxic Confessions. I lied to my pick-me friend, and she got a tattoo based off of it.
A what?
Right. A tattoo based off of a pick-me friend, and she got a tattoo based off of it. It's been about 2 years since this happened, but I just got confirmation from a friend who attended her tattoo appointment that it was because of what I said. The backstory. I, 25-year-old female, was introduced to Peggy, fake name, 25-year-old female, through a mutual friend. She had recently moved into a friend's neighboring apartment unit and was quickly introduced to our friend group. Almost immediately, I could tell we weren't going to get along based off of some backhanded compliments that were given. But I decided that it was too quick to judge her fairly and invited her to a game night that a friend and I were hosting. Huge mistake. Game 1, sardines. During a drunken game of sardines in the dark, Peggy faked a fall and pushed my head into a shelf. How do I know she faked it? Because she literally told me in front of everyone and laughed about it, saying, I found him first. That's why I pushed you. Game 2, King's Cup. Peggy called me out during the Never Have I Ever portion for having gone through a divorce. Talking about it normally wouldn't have bothered me since everyone who was there already knew about it and were really supportive during that time. But it was the fact that she was trying to single me out and shame me for it. Throughout the rest of the night, this kind of behavior continued, and by the end, I was thoroughly convinced she had some sort of vendetta against me. Finding out what, or in my case, who it was, took almost no time at all. One of our friends, who we'll call Mark, was in attendance that first night. Mark, 28 male, is a tall, kind, funny, and genuinely attractive guy. Essentially, he's catnip for her type. At this time, we were pretty close friends, and Peggy did not like that. For the next 6 months, anytime he was around, I had to deal with the most ridiculous, awkward, and petty attempts of her trying to single me out or embarrass me. Now, here's where the tattoo comes into play. I've been planning on getting a dragon tattoo for over a year. I am fully aware that dragons are common and a trendy tattoo, but I wanted it anyways because it was special to me and my mom. I had even worked on my tattoo with my tattoo artist on incorporating her favorite flowers into the piece, figuring out what kind of style or other details I wanted. About a month before my appointment, Peggy heard a friend and I talking about the tattoo and started asking questions. I swear I could see the moment the light bulb went off in her head because she grew the biggest shit-eating grin I have ever seen. My light bulb moment happened shortly after. When she asked where and what kind of dragon tattoo I wanted to get, I lied. I told her about how much I love the movie Spirited Away because I do. It's a banger. And went on a tangent about how I grew up on that movie, how my dad showed it to me, and that it'd be cool if he, Haku, was wrapped around my arm or something. If you haven't seen the movie, one of the main characters is a boy named Haku who turns into a dragon. Peggy had never seen the movie before, so I encouraged her to check it out and ended the conversation there. Now, considering she had never seen it before, I didn't think she'd actually do it, but Reddit, she did, and it wasn't just a teeny cutesy little thing either. She committed to my exact description. The thing is freaking huge. When she showed it to me 2 weeks later, I was in shock, and she probably thought I was upset for taking something from me, but I went home that night and switched between feeling awful for lying to her and laughing for how utterly unbelievable she was for doing it 2 years later, and I'm still doing that. I had confessed to a friend recently about my lie, and that's when she told me. She went to the tattoo appointment with Peggy that day, and word for word, Peggy had said, she's going to be so upset. This is like the exact tattoo she wanted. Edit for frequently asked questions regarding the girl who went to my apartment with Peggy. We didn't become friends until after this all happened. At the time, we were only acquaintances, and she ended up dropping her as a friend for her own personal reasons. We discovered later in our friendship our mutual distaste for Peggy, but this also wasn't the crux of our friendship. Neither her nor I ever dated Mark. I had turned him down earlier in our friendship because she came into the picture. Before she came into the picture. Don't get me wrong, Mark is a catch, but he deserves someone who's crazy about him. That just wasn't me. We started our friendship prior to this whole mess, and hopefully he can find a healthy middle ground of crazy. He's pretty oblivious to this whole thing. And then lastly, didn't know how to edit a post until here a little while ago. Faces blocked out for obvious reasons. But here's the tattoo. Let me share she got the whole ass tattoo here on this girl's arm, bro. She legit got her entire arm covered in this tattoo trying to screw this girl over. So Jay, let me get your thoughts, man, on what on this crazy petty, bro. You can't even find the right meme to play to express your feelings.
I choose violence.
Bro, my shit, I was essentially like,
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
You were so petty you tried to ruin this woman's life. You would have got a full-on, essentially not a full sleeve, but you got a cake down your damn arm just to piss her off. You get exactly what you deserve. You were literally having the day you deserve.
Jesus Christ!
Okay, so here we go. There is an update, Jay. There is a holy fuck! No. That's how it starts. Holy fuck! I finally showed this post to a friend who went with her to the appointment, and she was kind enough to supply a picture of it in progress. So this was initially the one of when it was getting done. And because she had to go in for multiple sessions. This was not a solo dolo to get this tattoo done. This was multiple sessions. And for those that know tattoos, that is going to be insanely expensive to complete all of that, right? The crazy thing is she did this to her too with a tattoo commemorating her favorite music artist. I initially wanted the tattoo because he's literally my favorite artist. So I sent my artist, the one you met, my reference photo, and she said she wanted to come because she was thinking about getting one too. So we get there and he started doing my stencil and stuff. And when she saw, she said, oh my gosh, it's so cute. It would be so cool if we got matching tattoos. Being excited at this point, having no issues with her whatsoever, was like, yeah, girl, it's your body. So I just was like, okay, and let it happen. It's a memento for her. She got exactly the same thing and the exact same placement too. So apparently she convinced a whole friend who liked a band named Haku to also get the same fucking tattoo.
This bitch. This bitch.
Bro, all I know is I have to step my petty game up, bro. Now, I wouldn't think it would have gone all the way to something like this, but good on her for very quickly understanding what was happening and
Well, shit.
coming up with a whole counter plan. Holy fuck. The fact that you were this speechless, I don't think I've seen you this speechless in a while, bro.
I need to elevate the petty inside of me to reach those heights. Because I want my petty to make you go into financial ruin.
and to permanently put something on your arm that you give nothing about, that you literally have nothing about. And when you find out that I don't give a fuck about it, that now you feel like a piece of shit for spending all of that money and having something on your body you give nothing a fuck about. That is
what?
Right here. This is 1,000%. This is some Batman levels of planning. This is like, God, I'm trying to think of what movie I was just watching of like a detective or a planner. It's like, oh, it's essentially like an Ocean's 11. I'm 5 steps ahead, my nigga. It's like I was 5 steps ahead.
Look on the floor. Do you see a thing that says Bellagio on the floor? She rise today. Like, remember that? Remember how it was like, oh, this was yesterday.
Yep, 1,000%. All right, so real quick, because we gotta get you out of here. We'll save this first one that you sent me on IG for another time, so we don't have to rush it. This happened on a podcast with Juvenile talking about what? Huh?
No. Play the Adrian Bronner one.
I'll play that too. So real quick. So this was this one. I just want to ask you a question yourself. So Juvenile said this on a podcast. Yeah.
Oh, that's Nick Cannon playing spades.
Artist, would you like to do a remix of your song and which song?
They remixing
it's
your stuff right
Shabuzi.
now.
I want Shabuzi to remix back that ass up.
Whoa!
Do a country version of it.
I've been crazy.
I've been requesting. You did tips on the tip.
See, Joe, the bar.
Come on, bro.
Do back that, yo. Shabuzi doing back that ass up.
And Shabuzi has already responded with the tweet saying done. So, Jay, my question to you is: wait, you want to talk about this first? What? 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 What, fool? Why are you laughing so hard? What? What? Nigga, you're not speaking English. You're not speaking English. Put it back on screen. Okay. What? What? Yeah.
Why Patty Fresh over there looking like a lesbian auntie?
Apologize to the hoe.
Patty Fresh look like he got a strap on right now.
Yo, Manny. Jay, hold on for a second, Jay. You know how Dame kept talking about his OG? Why does Manny look like the Stud Buds OG, bro? Why does he look like the Stud Buds OG right now?
Patty Fresh look like the auntie that take kids out. I was like, Auntie Pam got you. Manny Fresh look like a professional third baseman in softball.
Stop it. Stop. Fucking stop, nigga. That wasn't even what this is supposed to be about, bro. You done broke the segment and shit. Oh my God. You're still dying. Are you, Jesus Christ, bro? I tried to buy you some time. I legit tried to give you fucking time, bro.
Eddie Fred sitting at the back, sitting at the table like he gotta go work it out afterwards.
Nigga, Jesus Christ.
And now, an ode to Karens, brought to you by Blerds N The Hood. Now, before we go into this dedication, you must be asking yourself, well, what is a Karen and what does it mean? Well, Karen is a mocking slang term for an entitled, obnoxious, middle-aged white woman, especially as featured in memes. Karen is generally stereotyped as having a blonde bob haircut, asking to speak to retail and restaurant managers to voice complaints or make demands, and being a nagging, often divorced mother from Generation X. Karens most notably have been known now to call the police on black people when they're just doing this thing called living. You know, something that God allowed them to do. This includes Barbecue Becky, Permit Patty, Sleepin' Sarah, and a host of others. And typically Karens feel that because they are white women, they are entitled to do whatever they want and make life choices based on their insecurities as well as fears. Well, here are a few moments of wild Karens caught in their natural habitat.
He's still going. I literally thought that would be enough time. He's still dying. Jesus Christ. What? What, nigga?
Benny Frizzle. Benny Frizzle like he got on at least 2 sports bras right now. Benny Frizzle. Oh, it was fucking built like an 8th grade student.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh yeah. No.
This is Jay right now. This is Jay right now, bro.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. No. That is not happening right now.
Bro, you're gonna have someone said it. Someone said someone's gonna need to. Someone needs to unplug Jay and plug him back in.
I got 2 more. Eddie Frizzle like the kid that go, fucking
from ham,
Eddie Frizzle like he's still peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
I fucking can't with you, bro. You are fully gone, bro.
He got on an orthopedic softball t-shirt.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Like, bro, come on, bro.
I'm sweating so much.
This bullshit needs to stop now.
I'm sweating like Eddie's fresh at a buffet. Oh.
Jay, dude.
God damn, she got some big titties.
Dad!
Jay, come on, man. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Over there like an uncle. Like
well, I'm never getting a Manny beat ever in my life. You don't ruin that for me. I hope you're proud of yourself, nigga. I am never getting a refresh. Like, that's not in my cards now. Thanks to Jay. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Oh shit. I'm sorry.
All right. I'm just gonna mute him for a while because Jesus. So here was the Karen that we're supposed to be talking about. The BBC put out an article saying that women have been traveling for hours to get Afro hair care due to a lack of salons. This woman, Sharon Davies, MEB, apparently who was in the Olympics for England at one point and everything else, said race baiting BBC. I have a mixed race daughter. She never found it hard to get an Afro hair appointment. When the ONS says 4% of the UK is ethnically black, surely like every other business, there has to be supply and demand for a business to be successful. Well, as black people are known to do on Twitter, they went and immediately found photos of her with her mixed race daughter. And when I tell you this poor child looks like she has been tortured, and that second photo on the right literally looks like that's a cry for help in her face.
Can I be hurt? Can I be hurt?
Go ahead.
Okay. This is why we say white mothers should never touch black babies' hair. It looks like you're trying to press a comb that baby's hair using nothing but a hot plastic comb. She put that poor little white girl under some jumper cables and was like, start the car. Like, why was
So just more about this lady again that did this. She is apparently super right wing, like very like Brexit level right wing, whatever in England, bro. And it
showing his hands right wing, left wing, and the tail feathers.
This poor child, bro. This poor child. I just this is giving me Patty Mahomes' mama, man. Like I hope that this girl is like very good at a sport and can go make millions, because her mama tortured this poor child, bro. My God. Are you better? You good?
Oh my God, in Jesus' name.
Amen. All right.
Oh,
I know.
let me tell you something. I must have.
What? No. Bro. No. Oh my God. Wait, Jay.
Got the Daniel Stern. I'm just trying to be a good person.
Oh my God. Not, the thing that makes me sad is not a single other black person in her school tried to help old girl out. Maybe that's why she's able to put on the smile, because somebody helped her out at school, man. Oh Lord. Okay. Shout out to Bravo Needs Bacon over on Twitch for the bits. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you to everybody that sent in Streamlabs and whatnot. I'm checking the Venmos to make sure. Nothing over here. Nothing here too. All good. Not a big deal, but we thank you for doing it. Jay, go ahead and tell them what you got going on, man.
All right, man. Shit. Be a man, ho. Here we go. I'm trying to focus. What I coming up? So if you're in the Los Angeles area, tonight, Saturday night, I'll be back at Saturday night. I'm at the Hollywood Improv. If you're in Culver City, I'll be there first Saturday. Okay. Tonight I'm at the Hollywood Improv. Saturday at 8 p.m. I'm at Public Market in Culver City. 9:30 p.m. I'm at the Hollywood Improv. I'll be all around LA, post all my shows. If you're in Bozeman, Montana, I know that sounds wild as hell to say. I'll be headlining Last Best Comedy October 10th in Bozeman, Montana. I still got to get my plane ticket. So shout out to my airline hookup that, because if not, we're going to be walking to Montana. So that'll be that. What else? Check out my Gen V episodes 1 through 3 reviews up on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/MrJayWashington. I'm always looking for nudes sent to me. So if you want to send nudes,
that is what you wanted to plug.
Why not? Listen, here's what I've learned. Okay. If you want to receive, you have to ask for it. Now, I didn't ask directly, so no one in particular feels obligated to be like, is he asking for my titties? And it's not what I'm saying. Well, I'm tweaking. I don't, you ain't gotta send me nudes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do you a favor, and I'm just gonna say youtube.com/TheSwaggyBlerd, twitch.tv/TheSwaggyBlerd. Check out the reviews I got up there. Check out the reactions that I got going on. I got movie and TV reactions coming out on the channel soon as well. You can also see me on Tuesdays. So on Mondays on my channel, Blerd Breakdown. Tuesdays, you can see me on Spill the Tequila over on the John Roca channel. Fridays, Capes and Cows with Christian and Chris Carr. And also doing some reactions over there. I'm actually going to be recording. For those that were asking about it, we're going to be recording the first 3 episodes of Demon Slayer, myself and Christian watching, because I've never seen Demon Slayer. And, if it goes well, we'll do the whole series and whatnot. If it doesn't, then I will probably just finish Demon Slayer on my own so I can go see the movie and shit. So all of that going on, but stay plugged to the socials and you'll be able to see other things that I got going on as well. So, all right. I think that's everything, man. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the first, on the requel for Blerds in the Hood, man. We gonna get about this hoe so Jay isn't late to a show. Peace.
Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch.
Okay, before we go for the post-credit, man, I forgot there were 3 comments that I saw that I thought were absolutely hilarious. First of all, this one right here, when we were reading the story, talking about an ode to carols. That was pretty damn genius. Then we were talking about Dame Dash, Twain talking about, I hate to say it, but his face built like a black Homer Simpson. and oh, why are you still muted? Uh-oh. And then the last one, man, Scott Walsh talking about...
You muted me.
I didn't do that on purpose. Jay texts to Winston, would you still love me if I turned into a crocodile?
First of all, I'm going to quit making me seem like I'm wrong for one. I don't ever. So let me say this since y'all watch the post-credit scene, and I can say this finally publicly for the first time ever. I don't text Winston and ask him to hang out no more because I know he always got some shit to do. So when he made plans and all of a sudden he was going to deflect and change his plans on me, it hurt. It'd be a lot of times I want to be like, hey, what you doing? Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do that. All right,
I just want my baby.